There's a fly on my nose. It's on my nose again. And it's on my nose again. And on my face. Go away! What's up everybody, my name is Courtney-jai, welcome back to my channel. It's very nice to have you here. If you're wondering about wood and where I've got wood, that's a funny sentence, because it's naughty. Basically, I'm building a desk in here. I can't even speak properly. Basically, I'm building a desk in here. This is going to be my studio. This is where I'm going to film all my YouTube videos. And it's going to look awesome, so that explains the wood. Now, just before I get into this video, if you guys want to get a hold of me on any of my social media, if you want to talk about coming out, if you want to talk about just general life, hit me up on my Instagram, on my Twitter, they will be in the description below. I prefer Instagram, I just find it easier, and I've spoke to a hell of a lot of you guys. There's so many of you guys who would just ask me for advice, and I love giving it, and hopefully it's helped some of you guys out as well. So keep doing it. Also hit on the subscribe button because it helps me out a lot, and a like because that's even more helpful. So yeah, let's get into this video now. The other day I was looking through all my comments as I do, and I seen one which really caught my attention when someone asked, what is my perspective on dating other bisexuals, boys and girls, and how do I feel about it as a whole, and have I ever done it? I thought that's a brilliant question. That's a question which probably a lot of you guys who are bisexual are wondering, is it better to date a bisexual, or is it better to date someone who's straight or someone who's gay? And I can tell you from experience what it's like to date another bisexual. So I'm going to talk about that, and you're going to hear my thoughts on it. It's interesting how times have changed, and social media is actually a huge way to meet someone. And she just said hello to me, who am I? She liked the way I looked. Then we started talking, and then we ended up liking the same music, which got us to talk about other things. We liked the same shows. We had a lot in common, which basically drove me to wanting to meet her. After about 2 or 3, maybe 4 weeks of talking to her, I decided I'm going to meet this girl, and the best time to do it is when I went to the Winter Wonderland in London, because it was the first time I was ever going to go to London, and I went with my family, and I thought, this is an excellent place, it's a big thing, she'll know all about it, and she did. And we decided to meet there. Now this story is kind of cool in a way because it goes back to my first ever video where I talked about the Winter Wonderland on this channel, which is pretty awesome because it's kind of come full circle, and I didn't know I'd ever do this, but I have. And it also has an interesting start to the relationship. It's kind of almost fairy tale-esque, movie-esque in a way, which I can't wait to share with you guys. A little bit insight into her. I'm not going to name her, I'm just going to call her B. So B was an interesting girl. I didn't actually know she was bisexual when I first started dating her, and I didn't know I was bisexual when I first started dating her. Basically, during the relationship I realised and came to the conclusion that I was bisexual. Well, I kind of knew, I'd done stuff beforehand, but I came to the conclusion that I was, and I was ready to come out, and I told her. She's one of the first people I told because I thought it's important for her to know who I am. And the amazing thing is, in response, she came out to me, which was a very cool experience to share that with someone, because I feel like that was the first person she told, and we took the weight off each other's shoulders, which was nice. It was something which was almost euphoric in a way, and it was just nice to have someone who understood how I felt. Now back to when we first met. So she didn't have a phone in the Winter Wonderland, and the Winter Wonderland has thousands of people go every year. It's thousands, it's a huge crowd, and I remember my dad like tapping me on the shoulder and saying, son, we need to go, it's getting late, and I said, okay dad, that's fine. I was really upset because I didn't think I was going to get to meet her, and on the way out in the crowd of thousands of people, for some reason I just, something caught my eye. I turned and I seen her in this crowd of thousands of people. She didn't have a phone, she didn't tell me where she was. I just bumped into her, and we hugged, we kissed. Basically, there's a fly, which is ruining the video. Basically, we kind of asked each other out in that moment, which was really, really beautiful. Unfortunately, the rest of the relationship wasn't that beautiful, apart from the 2 moments I spoke about. Which is the sad thing, because obviously I could paint you this huge picture of this beautiful relationship, but it really wasn't. And I don't want to do bisexuals any disrespect because I am one, and I want to promote that bisexuality is just a person who is attracted to 2 people. Doesn't mean they're gonna react or behave in this way, but I've got to be honest with you guys if I'm talking about the experience of dating a bisexual girl. I dated B for about 6 months, and over that time period I didn't actually do anything with her apart from kiss her, which is probably quite odd because we kept it humble. We wanted to get to know each other, and while I kept it humble, I wanted to respect her boundaries. And she told me about 5 months into the relationship that she cheated on me. Being cheated on sucks, okay? Like, it doesn't matter if it's a girl with a girl and people automatically think of that, oh, that threesome fantasy bollocks. No, it hurts, okay? It hurts whether they're cheating on you with a guy, cheating on you with a girl. You know, I don't care. It hurts. It sucks. It ruins relationships, and it did ruin the relationship. I thought I could handle it. After a month or so, I couldn't handle it. I was ready to break up with her when she broke up with me. I can still remember the call and what it entailed and what she actually said to me. It was a very short call. The breakup was kind of clean cut, and that was it. Basically, I called her up. I was like, hey, how are you? We haven't spoken in a couple of days. And she said, hey, yeah, I'm moving to Scotland. So I guess we're probably not going to see each other again. Bye. Now, as breakups go, that's pretty harsh. It's pretty sucky to break up with someone you've cheated on by doing that. And that's the reality of life sometimes. Not everything is this fantasy and not everything is sweet and nice, but sometimes bad things happen to what I consider a good person. I tried to respect her and I got disrespected. The best thing about this relationship is the ironic thing. What I can basically tell you the excuse she made for her cheating on me. So she cheated on me within the first couple of weeks of dating me, and her excuse was that because I was good looking, because I fit the archetype of what people consider a fuckboy, because of my looks, basically. My personality doesn't match that. She thought I'd cheat on her first, which is a pretty lousy excuse. Pretty lousy, I would say. Now, I'm not going to end this video on that downer, because the positive thing what came out of this is that after I broke up with B, I met April, and I've been with April for over 4 years, and she's amazing. And no, she's not bisexual. She's just straight, but she's amazing. She loves me for who I am. She's very caring, considerate to my needs, and she's accepting of who I am, and that's all I could ever ask for in a relationship. So, there you go, guys. There's my honest opinion, well, my honest experience of dating a fellow bisexual. And I'm not holding this against bisexuals, because I don't think anyone's like that unless they're like that. Doesn't matter about the sexuality. They're going to cheat on you, they're going to cheat on you. And as I would say is, if you like someone and you want to date them, take the risk. But be ready to have heartbreak, but be ready to have an amazing life with them as well. I'm going to say love, peace, and chicken grease. Thank you for watching. I love all of you. You're the best audience, best people who ever watched this channel. I'll see you next time.